Hello, I am Sammy, the owner and designer of Sugar and Honey Doodles. In today's video, I'm going to be setting up for September. I'm doing my fountain pen collection. So on the left hand side, I'm starting with my cover page. I'm just using a printable that is available in my Patreon at just the $1 tier. On the right side, that is going to be my habit tracker as well as my personal task log. For the habit tracker, I'm just creating 6 mini calendars, and I will be tracking if I did it and if I did not do it. Purple will be if I did it, green will be if I did not do it. This just helps me at a glance, just kind of help me realize and find some correlations on what I am doing or not doing to help achieve my goals. In the bottom section, that is the personal task log. That is just a log for me to record any tasks that are not, part of my shop or any other like major commitments. Mostly just chores and things like that. So I'm just writing my color code key, and I will be including some washi tape. I just got this from a local craft fair, so unfortunately I won't be able to link it for you. But yeah, this next spread is going to be my Disney spread. I am going to Disney in September, so I wanted a place to record some things. On my left-hand side, that is going to be my itinerary. So this is going to be where I'm writing like when flights are coming in, when flights are leaving, as well as the parks that we have, the reservations we have, and everything like that. And then on this right-handed side, this is going to be my packing list. So this is just what I need to bring to Disney for either fun or, just like toiletries, things like that. And I decided to add my local craft fair washi right here. So I'm just peeling up that sticker. I did let it sit, so it did rip a little, but the washi tape just covers it perfectly. And then I'll just add that sticker right back on where it originally was. Okay, and then for this next spread, this is going to be my shop calendar and with content tracker, as well as 2 separate task logs. On this left-handed side, that is going to be my shop calendar at the top and my content tracker at the bottom. So I'm just creating like a medium-sized calendar. I have a few different like codes that I use to like dictate if it's a shop update or if it's a content related item or if it's a craft fair and etc. So it's just for at a glance for me to see what is going on throughout the month. So yeah, I'm just using my monthly add-on sheet to add the color dots. And sorry that my focus is going in and out. I'm not really sure why it's doing that. But yeah, it happens. And then this bottom part is going to be my content tracker. So I just write the what piece of content is going out on which day. Typically mainly for Instagram, but as well as YouTube and Patreon. And I will put a dot next to the item if I've filmed it, a check mark once it's been edited, and then I use a color on top of it to say that it has been published. Again, just so I'm able to see it at a glance. I love using like different colors and codes to try to help me figure things out at a glance. And again, it's going in and out of autofocus, and I didn't notice until right now, so I am sorry about that. And then, of course, using that washi tape as well as a sticker to help, fill in some space. And then on the right side here, this is going to be my Etsy as well as my Patreon task log. So I like to have these like mini task logs in all of them. just so it helps me keep track of everything, and I like separating it based off of like the category of things. I also use Notion, and that is where I keep track of what I will do just because, or what I will do when, just because it's a little easier for me to rearrange things, you know, if things come up, like if I have to take my animals to the vet last minute. True story. And then on this next spread, it is going to be some more task logs. Again, I like to split it up based off of what I'm doing, not necessarily when I'm doing it. So this first one will be my back to school mini update. This always happens mid-September. And then I have my Frost pre-order, which will be coming out in early November. Craft fair, I have 2 this month, and any other projects that don't fall into those categories. Typically that means like journal setups, if I'm doing a commission, that kind of thing. And then I just finished this washi, which is so sad. So I ended up having to use some tape glue to fill it up. So I will not be using this washi for the rest of the setup because I literally used it to the last bit. But that is okay. Okay, and then for this next spread, on the left hand side, it's going to be a quote page. I didn't have a need for any other pages before I get into my weekly dashboards, so I just decided to do a quote. And I really like how it turned out. It's always kind of fun using these like decorative pages because they're just really fun to look for. Okay, so this right hand side is going to be my weekly dashboard. So my weekly dashboard is for me to see at a glance what's going on, as well as like where I put, you know, some stuff for goals. So the first section is going to be my priority section. This is where I write down all my tasks. I also have a Hobonichi that I use, and that is where I break down like my daily to-dos. So I pull from this priorities list. And then in the second section is my intentions, which before I get into that, this spread is going to be weekly 2 as well as my mid-month reflection. So for my intentions section, that is where I write down all of my goals / intentions for each week. So I set yearly goals, quarterly goals, and then monthly goals, and then weekly goals. And then the third section is my reflection. So that is how those intentions went. If it went good, if it went bad, if it went okay. And then the mid-month reflection, I do this mid-month as it says. So in that first section, it's going to be like, how are my goals going? Like, are they going good? Are they going bad? And then that bottom section is where I can write what I can focus on. So this helps me like get back on track on my monthly goals if I feel like mid-month I am slacking. Okay. And then this next spread is going to be my weekly 3 and weekly 4 dashboard, set up the same exact way: priorities, intentions, and reflection. I'd love to know how your goal system works. Like, are you someone that sets goals yearly, and how do you work to achieve them? I love hearing how, people do it, because everyone does it, at least a little bit differently. And some people don't set goals at all and they just live life. And honestly, I get it. So, unfortunately, I lost footage of me setting up my monthly reflection, but here is a quick little flip through of what I did. The monthly reflection just covered like how my goals are going or went, how my mental health was, what are my new goals, and what I can focus on. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Bye!